Hi, I'm here to talk to you a little about bloodborne pathogens. Wait a minute, what is a pathogen? Real simply, it's a virus, it's a bacterium. Once it's in your body, it can cause a disease. OSHA has a program during January. It's the annual Bloodborne Program Suggestion Month. And we're going to be putting some forms out for you. If you've got an idea how to prevent somebody from getting AIDS, please be sure and write it down. Been doing this for years. I've yet to see the first one, but somebody may have a good idea. Seriously, if you do have an idea and you want OSHA to look at it, write it down. We'll get that to them. What are some of the diseases that you can get from a pathogen? A bloodborne pathogen. Well, you can get various fevers, malaria from mosquitoes, Lyme disease from ticks, hepatitis A, B, and C, HIV, the human immunodeficiency virus, which can lead to AIDS. Any bodily fluid can contain a pathogen. So regardless, if you see a wet spot on the floor, regardless of where it came from in somebody's body, it can contain infectious pathogens. The possibility of you being infected requires transfer through body contact by a virus residual on a surface that has not been properly cleaned, and use needles. Those are kind of the big three. Well, prevention. How do you prevent yourself from getting AIDS? Well, if you think you're going to be around a infectious pathogen infected spill of fluid, a pair of nitrile gloves, a disposable mask, and a face shield, and you're pretty well good to go. When you're through, when you take the gloves off, proceed immediately to the restroom and thoroughly wash your hands all the way up to the elbows. Scrub them and then scrub them twice again. Very, very important. Well, let's say that you have been exposed to a virus. You think you have. You might have been. What do? Proceed immediately to the nearest hospital emergency room. Tell them that you think you've been exposed. They're going to do some blood work on you. But they're also going to give you a shot called zidovudine. It's got to be administered within 2 hours of the exposure. If you get that done, you've got about a 99.999% chance of not contracting any bad thing that it might happen to you from an infectious pathogen. And once you've got it, my friends, your life has changed from then on. But if you see spilled fluid out on the job site, what do? Well, you notify the chain of command. You do not try to clean it up. You do not try to clean that spill up. The only people that will clean it up are trained. Generally, the general contractor will have a disposal crew on site, possibly a third party, to come out and take care of it. If you're at home and you do run into this and you don't want to pay thousands of dollars for somebody coming to your home to clean it up, the best thing you can do is, again, nitrile gloves, face mask, get a spray bottle, fill it up with a 10% bleach solution. Bleach to water, 1 to 10, 10% bleach. Spray it on the fluid. Let it set about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Get some paper towels, wipe it up, take the paper towels, put them in a bag with the gloves on. Once the bag is all sealed, then you can take your PPE off, wash up very well, and then take it down to your nearest fire station and tell them what's in it that is possibly infected bodily fluid of some type. That's the way you handle this. The best defense I can give you for bloodborne pathogen is A, awareness, and B, the PPE and hand washing. Well, let's go through a little bloodborne pathogen quiz. I'm going to mention 5 diseases to you. I want you to think about which 3 are the most likely to be ingested into your body. A, HIV, B, hepatitis B, C, hepatitis C, malaria, or syphilis. Well, if you answered A, B, and C, you were right. Can you get bloodborne pathogen from someone? Can you get it through contact from someone else's saliva? Can you get it from contact from someone else's sweat? Contact from someone else's infected blood? Contact from someone else's saliva that has infected blood? Think about that a minute. There is no option for all of the above. But let me be the first to tell you, is saliva a bodily fluid? Is sweat a bodily fluid? Is blood a bodily fluid? All 3 of them definitely are bodily fluids, and all 3 of them can carry a pathogen. So the answer to that is all of the above. Number 3, what do you need to know about protecting yourself from bloodborne pathogens? Which one of these is false? A, if possible, use the proper PPE to help someone who is bleeding heavily. B, protective gloves won't work when that person can still breathe on you. Assume that any human blood or other bodily fluids could be infectious. Well, C is absolutely true. That's assume that any human blood is infectious. If possible, use the proper PPE to help someone who is bleeding badly. That's true. Now, let's go to the last one. Protective gloves won't work because the person can still breathe on you. There's your other piece of PPE. So the correct answer to that is B. It's false, but it becomes true if you've got all proper PPE. It's true or false? We should treat all human blood and other bodily fluids as if they're infectious and isolate ourselves from it through protective barriers. Oh, come on. You know the answer. It's true. With that, folks, if you see something that's wet on the ground, please, A, just don't clean it up. Notify your supervisor. If it's at home, get some bleach water solution, spray on it, wipe it up, put it in a bag, take it to the fire department. Best thing I can tell you to do. Be safe out there. Don't get sick from infectious diseases.